Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the ICP Internet Computer price at one more time. As you can see that we have been anticipating for something like exactly like this to happen here on ICP. Take a look at this our trajectory. I'm just going to be showing you obviously where that is coming from and where exactly we are headed. But really it has been a kind of a good one because we were anticipating something like this, just as I mentioned before. Look, we were saying that look, the price is going down here, but the RSI is pulling to the upside right there, so that was bullish divergence. I was even posting about it here. Unfortunately, I mean, the market really wasn't interested, so not a lot of people were paying attention to that at that point. But I think I also have got something that is really interesting that I want to show you here. Take a look at this. This is ICP. This is the price action that you are seeing right at this point, the lower one. And also take a look at the development activity that has been happening on the ICP blockchain during that period. So you see that the price is, I mean, really trending to the downside. No one is really interested, but the team is actually interested in developing the project. So by this point as we are speaking, the development is really super close to its, I mean, all-time high. In the last bull cycle, really this metric was something that was really fantastic for altcoins which had like a superb development activity. They did well. Cardano, you know, you can talk about VeChain and a lot of them. So getting back to the ICP price chart here, I wanted to show you exactly where we are sitting. But before we do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for ICP Internet Computer price updates will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on ICP and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's get back into exactly what we want to see here. So let me just go back to maybe something like the 4-hourly time from here, and let's stretch this a little bit, show you exactly where this is coming from. So remember, we have been talking about you know, Miro, saying that ICP is pretty much following what Miro was doing, and it really fascinates me to see how exactly we have followed into that trajectory right there. So let me just stretch this one to a little bit. Bear with me, I didn't prepare this before the recording because really I've been super busy. But take a look at this top structure. This is ICP, and then we right here at the bottom we have got Miro, and you can already see that we have the same kind of price action. This has been the school of thought ever since, and you can already see that we have pretty much, I mean, the same stages. Take a look at this extreme here, this extreme. The falling structure is pretty much the same thing too, and then you have got your initial reaction, right? You get back without setting a new low here, get back down here without setting a new low, set a higher low compared to this one, set a higher low here compared to this one, and then the crashing structure was saying that, I mean, it's pretty much exhibiting what was being done here, and we're saying that look, this is the moment that the bottom is in. And of course, we're not just talking about those things, we are literally putting our money where our mouth is. And I was talking with some guys in the page on there, and we were, you know, even taking action right there. We have got price targets of about something like $16 for this specific moves that we are seeing here, but that is the conservative price target, to be honest with you, because as you can see with the structure here with Miro, it picked above its previous all-time high. It's the previous high, I should be saying, not the previous all-time high. So getting back to ICP here, I'll be looking at prices which are even as high as something like $21. But for the sake of this just trade, I mean, that we are talking about, we're aiming for something like a 40%. Yeah, this thing is not going to go in a straight line like this. Up until this point, yes, we have followed this structure really nice and easy because this was drawn right before all this price action that you are seeing here. But even with that Miro trade right there, there was a possibility of something like, you know, a 10% pullback or something like that. These things, they happen time and again in this market, and the most important thing right at this point is to hold something like $11. This should never be lost one more time. So I expect something like a pullback to show up right here, 6%, 10%, whatever the case may be, maybe down to something like you know, upper bound of something like $12.50 maybe, or even lower than that, maybe $12. But then again, the trajectory is really clear. We are looking at you know, the minimum something like $16 as well as something like $20. So short term wise, this is where we are sitting here with ICP. But let me also show you how ICP is really doing more compared to the rest of the market here. So we're going to be comparing ICP to something like the total 3, right? So this is the altcoins, excluding Ethereum obviously, but I clicked on the wrong thing, so let me try to do that one more time. Exactly, this is what we wanted. Take a look at this specific chart here. We're actually seeing that ICP on a weekly time frame has just really been beaten by most of these altcoins, but I think the ties have actually changed here. I mean, take a look at this downtrend ended right there in something like November, September last year, and we are back at support levels here. I'm looking for ICP to outperform the rest of the market with as high as something like 253%. So that's meaning basically ICP is going to be performing like 2.5x more than most of these altcoins. By so if the total 3 maybe rises by something like 5%, ICP is going to be doing 5 by 2.5 at least, right? So ICP is where you are supposed to be in my humble opinion. Just looking at like the kind of development activity that we are seeing on chain, we're also seeing that ICP is really holding strong. We're also seeing that ICP is looking like it's on that trajectory relative to that micro chart that I was just showing you. So those are things that really have me excited. And overall, taking a look at this structure one more time, I've always been saying that this is a work of accumulation pattern. And usually you just don't end the work of accumulation rising 100% after taking like 600 something days accumulating here. You usually aim for way higher price targets, right? So I really don't usually use the price target, the price chart for things like these. I go ahead and use the market cap price. So for that, let me just go ahead and try to use this site, which I trust much better, right? So we're going to be taking a look at the ICP market cap. Yeah, here we go. And with the market cap, we're actually seeing that. Let's put this one on a log scale. We have pretty much the same work of accumulation pattern right here, but the most interesting thing that I usually take away from this is that whatever the situation with ICP, we haven't even touched the first Fibonacci retracement level, and this is a rule, at least for me, that in big falls like this one, the price crashing more than 99%, 98%, whatever the case may be, you just don't usually fail to touch this first Fibonacci retracement level, and that is taking the price from where the price is sitting. I always do this, right? And that's 0.74%, meaning we are not yet done. But even in that situation, I think that the work of accumulation pattern here usually threatens an all-time high, right? I mean, this is just in the worst case scenario, the lowest Fibonacci retracement level that I've been talking about. But the setup is usually a new all-time high setup here when it comes to the market cap, right? So what exactly will I be expecting here for ICP to do? Eventually, I expect ICP to get back to its previous all-time high, and from there, targeting 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. Now, you may be asking, what is the price target at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level? That definitely is around something like $220 here for ICP. That's my main price target for this bull cycle. I want you to tell me what you are thinking, right? Am I bullish too much, or maybe I'm less bullish actually, because I think that my price targets are a bit conservative. ICP at that point would have maybe have something like this is 110 billion dollars in market cap, but I think that definitely with the size of the project, that could actually be easily exceeded, but probably not in this bull cycle. We need to see that networking effect, the same thing that things like BNB, Solana, and Ethereum enjoy. I think ICP is really up there too, but for now we don't have those things. So still, we're still expecting something like $220 here to show up for ICP. It's going to take some time, obviously, but I also wanted to show you that once you get above the first Fibonacci retracement level that I've been talking about, there pretty much isn't any sort of resistance. So we could really see an aggressive bull market here for ICP. But obviously, remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and I shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, alright? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.